Okay, I made this recording earlier and it didn't capture my sound, so I'm going to try to go over it. What you're looking at is where'sgeorge.com. It's a hobby I've been doing for 15 years. It's where you enter, mark, and stamp $1 bills, and you can stamp 5s, 10s, $2 bills, 20s, 50s, 100s if you want, and track them. But the object of it's not even a game, it's a hobby, but you enter them, you enter the series, then you enter the year, and then you mark them, and you go spend them, and hopefully somebody will pick it up and enter it for you. There I'm showing you I've had 5,573 hits, total hits 6,700 out of entering $44,000 bills. I've entered over almost $45,000 bills worth a total of 365,947. You can see it. What am I getting ready to show you next? My state rank in Indiana is 8 out of 195 users that are current active. It used to be 2 or 3,000 current active users. It's changed quite a bit. This is a breakdown of what I've entered. Like the ones, I've entered $27,000 in ones, and you see the 20s. I wish I had all the hundreds back and the 20s. And the breakdown, the block right below that's breakdown by series, like $2006 bill. It shows I've entered the most of them at 10,000. 2009 is moving up. That should take over as number one, and then 2013 is really picking up. That's the last time they made ones was 2013. At least the last time they've circulated them. That's the newest ones that are out there, and here it is, December 31st, 2015. Pardon me, I had to get a drink. Yeah, 2003 or 13. That's denomination breakdown. Star notes. You'll see at the end. And that's the letter on the bill you'll see. The most of my money from Indiana we get from Chicago, from that Federal Reserve District. But F and L, F is Atlanta and L is San Francisco. It's really piling up, coming up quick. Minneapolis, it's rare to get any bill with an I on it. But yeah, San Francisco and Atlanta's been really, I think it's going to overtake eventually Chicago for some reason. There's blocks. It shows like when they print a big sheet of paper of money, they print them in blocks of letters and numbers. I actually started in 2001. I registered, but I didn't really. I was entering them in 1999, 2000, but didn't become a member until 2001. And each year there shows how many bills I entered, which is a good show of when I was working and when I wasn't. So far this year, I've only entered 3131. 3,131, which is down somewhat. It's my lowest year since 2008. Or, I'm sorry, 2011. Right before I got my newest job. Sad. But basically, every bit of money I got in my pocket and I've made is entered. So it shows you what I've made over the years. At least on the total of the last 15 years. What was it? $346,000 or whatever. And then there's some under the table money that's not on here, I guess. And there's a lot of times I use, not a lot of the times, but last year I myself confessed to using direct electronic payments, which I hate doing it. So that money I never get to see or mark or enter. But that's showing my averages. I entered 2,900 a year, 245 a month, and 8 a day is what I average. And my hit rate has went down tremendously. I blame that because of debit cards and stuff. I'm averaging 1 hit a day. I used to get 10, 15 hits a day. And this is the years that I entered and the breakdown of the months and how many I entered and the total value. That's when I first started working at Indiana Downs in 2002. 2003, you can see it picks up. 2004 picks up big time. Then I lost my job in 2009. Got another job in 2011. And so on, so on. How do I speed this video up? Me talking. Gets me mad that I didn't record earlier and it better be recording now. As you can see, the months is I've slowed down to enter them. Just work, this new job I have is 12.5 hour shifts and it tears me up. I'm tired. And it takes a long time to enter these. I mean, you can just stamp them one time and enter them and be fine. But being that no one's entering them anymore, I stamp every margin. I stamp the heck out of them. Hope somebody will enter them for me. It's just a hobby. I love it when they go out of the country. Or I love it when I enter them and then a week later they're in like California or something. A real fast trip. It means it's been on a semi, somebody had in their pocket, or flew an airplane. These are all the people that you see the signatures on the bills, and the majority of them right now is Anna Cabral, Escobedo Cabral, and that's of 2006. I think I go through all these and scroll down to show you the rarest ones, which are usually older bills, 63Bs, and which I think is a 50. See, you're getting down to the 8 bills worth a total 160. That tells me those were all 20s. Oh, duh, 20s, 1981. Okay, scroll on. I hope you can still hear me. A friend of mine sent me a headset with a speaker to talk to, which does work, and the headphone, but the headphone don't work. Maybe I have the settings wrong or something, but I initially had another speaker plugged in, or a microphone with the camera, and that said it was recording while I was doing this earlier, and when I went to play back to edit, not really edit, but to convert, I heard no sound at all. But the sound meter is showing that it's picking up something, so hopefully it is me. It's going to hang with me because this video is going to go up. It's a fun hobby, I'm telling you. You can still get into it, and if you see bills marked, you get everybody's got a smartphone. Jeez. Take the 10-15 seconds to enter it. It's free. You don't have to sign up for nothing. And some people really do enjoy it and they do sign up. It doesn't cost anything. You can pay to have extra benefits on it. But it's just fun seeing where your money goes, and some of the comments people put in are crazy. I've got I'd almost say the majority of them were found in a strip bar or I tucked this, yada yada. I've had some really weird ones too. People actually, one guy, I remember he found a $10 bill in a ditch that I had stamped. Another $10 bill, I remember the lady, she said she found it in the store in the pile of bananas. I've had kids say I took this out of mom and dad's wallet or I got it for a Christmas or a birthday present. I've had some great comments and I've got folders listed of the great comments. Got some really nasty comments too. Some extremely funny comments. And money, I tell you, like if I go to the bank to get 100 ones, I try to get new ones, which my bank never carries new ones. God, they stink. I try to wash them. 754 bills, wilds. These are the bills that I have found. So I'm going to give you an example of one that I have found. Last one I found was June. It's a Noblesville guy. He's another Where's Georgia. I entered that. It was 2 years that he entered it, and 2 years later that I found it. I think I found that at the credit union. I don't even see them that many anymore, and I get $100 a month. Here's my profile, which is the pictures. The links are broken for some reason. It's probably because of the old HTML. I think everything's HTML5 or more or whatever, but I had to do all this programming myself. If you've seen the HTML programming, it's like 30 pages long for all this stuff. And my background should be black or something. You can't read some of the stuff. Java security risk, that's turned off on purpose. 50 state bingo needs to be updated. That's one program that I made that you have to update it weekly. You could do it daily. My country map, or my world map, same thing. You have to update that weekly or daily if you want. But that's my profile. I need to work on it and fix it again. Christina's a good friend and girlfriend of mine, passed away suddenly. I like my last hit thing, but it don't work anymore. It's not supported. I'm surprised that picture's even still up there. So I've entered 44,089 bills worth a total of that doesn't say on there, but I think it's almost $350,000. I'm 48 years old. I've only been doing this 15 years. I've had a lot of other jobs under the table. I've been working 35, 38 years. So I figured I got it written down somewhere. I got all my W-2s and stuff. I made almost $1.5 million in my life. Sounds like a lot, but it's not. Now I'm going to show you a bill that somebody found, one that I marked and somebody found. I've had 6,670 of them found in 51 different states. Puerto Rico is a state. The check mark indicates I found there's been 92 counties in Indiana. 92 bills have been found in each county. Or one, I've had a hit in every county. Like Delaware, there's only 3 counties. District of Columbia below, there's only 1 county. Can you hear me better? I don't know if you could hear me, darn it. I was showing you a hit from Australia. And I'm showing you a hit that I got recently. Well, I'm just showing you an odd hit in Texas. $1 bill I entered back in May 23rd, 2003. 93 days later, it got hit in Grand Prairie, Texas. And then 21 days later, Plano. Man, I hit that button, and I think you guys were, when I was explaining my Australia hit. Make sure it's still on. So those are my states that I've had hits in. I want to get hit in every county in every state, but that's going to be hard to do. I'm pretty close on a lot of them. North Carolina, I've only got 27 out of 100. Here's another hit. Medical Lake, Washington. I entered this bill. It's another 2003 A1. I entered it May 30th, 2006. I was working at Indiana Downs. And it 1 year later, it got hit in Ellensburg, Washington. Actually, right there. Is this showing? Yep. I believe I got to shorten the wire too. That's why she gave me these headphones. See, it shows to be recording now. Profiles by state. Used to be more numbers on there, more people did it. And Indiana used to be the 8th or 9th. Now we're 19th. Wow. Only 194 active users out of 3,800 inactive. And I'm number 8 out of Indiana. I used to be about 6 or 7. This guy I'm going to be pointing out here in a minute, Indy 18, number 3. You see the majority of the people have entered 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 bills. It's hard work. It takes a lot of time. Well, look at his. He's entered 1,750. Get the mouse. 58,000. Well, I questioned the owner about this, and what he told me, and the owner is really strict on rules and major rules. You can't. There's no way of cheating on any of this stuff, I would have thought. And if you accidentally enter one of your own bills that you forgot you entered, he'll delete it. But this guy worked at a bank, and he'd get brand new $1 bill blocks and take the first serial number from the first package and look at the very last one, and he made a program on the computer to enter all those in quickly. He never did stamp on them, he just entered them. Those are called stealth Where's George. We find them all the time. They're not marked. It comes up Indy 18. I think it's illegal. He shouldn't be on there. Also, a lot of the bills that I enter that I get from the bank, the blank ones, the old bills, I'll be entering them, and all of a sudden pops up, says this has already been entered, and make sure you enter the right series. And I do. I check it. All of my numbers are correct. The year is correct. And I looked at the old report, and it's from this guy, Indy 18. He enters a lot of them wrong. He should be taken off there. Hank, he's the owner of Where's George. Take Indy 18 off there. He's not doing it fair. He's cheating. Anyways, we're about done. And I'm not sure this video will be shown before a video or after a video of me stamping some Where's George bills, some $1 bills on my break at work. All of this is pretty boring to most people, but there's going to be a few that might enjoy it. Oh, I've traveled all my bills have traveled 1,468,903 miles. Average 226 miles per hit. 205, 205 days between hits. I want that to be lower. But yeah, I've traveled, my initial entries with hits have traveled 1 million. That's cool. Almost 1.5 million miles. And you know they've traveled a lot further than that. So I think we're about done here. I got to close this all up. Um, this is going on my SS Art 98 channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you if you watched it this far. And there's going to be at least 13 more minutes added of me stamping bills. If you ever play Miniclip or 8-ball pool, come see me on Miniclip. I'm SS Art. All you got to do is to challenge me, type my name in there, and if I'm on there, I'll play you. I'm pretty darn good, if I might say, even though my win percentage went 49.8. I was 50% the other day. I've been staying at 50%, but I would be higher. But a lot of times back in the day when I had a dial up, it would go out on me. So we're closing this. Peace out.